Good morning, Tiger Nation. My name is Betty Sue.
And my name is Joely. We hope you had a great week. Let's get started by congratulating our very own Nada Colazo Munoz and Jonathan Medina for being Elks Student of the Month. Way to represent Irving High School.
The Irving NAACP invites all to join a free spaghetti luncheon at the Georgia Farrell Rec Center. The event is on Monday, January 20th, 2020 from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you would like to volunteer, please see Ms. Hinkle in room 467 today. Thank you, and we'll see you there. Jarelli, do you remember being in 8th grade and going to Irving to see your future high school?
Man, how could I forget? Irving looks completely different now.
Well, this week, 8th graders from Austin, Zavala, Crockett, and Lady Bird Johnson took a tour of IHS. Let's check out what went down.
So you can be walking around and your foot will not look shaky. This is the first place. You're gonna have to do
At Irving High School, there are 7 of us. We are divided by alpha. And so in a couple of weeks, we are
flying and drone. We think we have one of the best facilities in the school, for sure. Perhaps one of the best in the district, or maybe one of the best in the nation. This is a brand new facility. So maybe
Yes. Pearl Harbor, it should be,
Betty, do you know who's doing ISPN today?
It's none other than our own Jesus Rubio, aka the real J Rider.
Hey, what is up, Tigers? My name is Rubio, and welcome to ISPN. The boys soccer team took a great win against Highland Park on Tuesday. The game was tied after the first half with a score of 1-1, but then Irving scored a goal in the second half and won the game with a final score of 2-1. They will not compete in a tournament at Prosper High School Children's Health Stadium today at 6 p.m., so make sure you show them your support. The girls basketball team took a tough loss against Nimitz this past Tuesday with a final score of 45-36. The boys basketball team also took a loss against Nimitz this past Tuesday with a score of 53-39. Here are some of the highlights. We have high hopes for both teams tonight since they will have a home game against Hebron. Girls will play at 6:30 and boys will play at 8, so make sure you come and show your support. That is all I got for ISBN. See you next week, and back to Betty and Jareli.
Getting ready for college must be tough, huh, Betty?
My guy, literally, I stayed up until 4 in the morning today writing essays for scholarships.
Let's see what advice Miss Otero has for all seniors.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Otero, the CCMR coach here at Irving High School, and I want to talk to you for a couple of minutes about a process called verification. Many of you seniors have already completed your financial aid application, whether that's the FAFSA or the TASFA application. So the next step that you need to be sure you do is to check what's called your student aid report. The student aid report is found when you log back into the FAFSA after about a week, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more after you completed your FAFSA. In that student aid report, there's going to be a lot of information, and it's important information, so be sure you check your student aid report, otherwise known as your SAR. Within the SAR, you're going to find whether you were selected for a process called verification. Verification is not a bad thing. Verification just means that each of your colleges that you've been accepted into will now need you to provide some additional documentation to show what you put on FAFSA to be accurate, or the TASFA to be accurate. So once you've completed your process with the FAFSA and they've given you a SAR that says you've been processed successfully, you're done communicating with FAFSA organization. You now start all your communication with your individual universities or colleges. Typically, your universities and colleges are going to communicate with you about your verification process through the portal or through email. Now, not all students are selected for verification, but about 40% of students are, so you really need to know if you were selected for verification. Some of the more common items that are needed for verification include a household income form, a copy of your parent taxes, or maybe even the tax transcript. The tax transcript actually has to be ordered from the irs.gov website, so if you need that, please come see me and I can help you with that. But the information that's needed by each of your individual colleges will come from that university or college portal. So please, please, please check your portal. Once you've completed all the documents that are needed to complete verification for each individual college, then you will receive what's called an award letter. The award letter is going to specify exactly how much money you're going to receive from that institution to help you pay for college, and that includes free money like grant money, but it also includes student loans. So I'll do a video soon about the award letter, and we'll go into that a little bit more deeply, but for today I want you to be thinking about, am I selected for verification? And if you're not sure, you need to go into your student aid report located inside the FAFSA and check. Also check your portal for each of your institutions. Now remember, I said that those were colleges that you'd been accepted into. So if you have not yet completed your application for any of your universities, they are not considering you for acceptance yet. So that would include your application, that would include your SAT or ACT scores being sent directly from College Board or ACT. That also includes the fee or the fee waiver, and it finally includes an official transcript sent from our registrar, Ms. Garcia, to your college or university. You get those forms from me here in this office. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon.
Anyway, speaking about college, I have a dream like many of you.
Oh, Anja, what is your dream, Betty?
My dream is to bring more Asian people into the film industry. You know who else had a dream? One of America's greatest leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Here's Ms. Hinko explaining why we have Monday off next week.
Roll the clip.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a well-known activist and advocate for civil rights for anybody in our country, but specifically for the African American community in a time where they were dealing with so much turmoil in our country, segregation, discrimination, and other racial injustices. He's most known for his I Have a Dream speech, which I believe encompasses what he truly was all about. Making sure that everyone knew that they were valued and important and deserved all of the constitutional rights as everyone else. That's one of his most known accomplishments. He's also known for his marches, especially one in Selman that occurred multiple times. A few times we finally got it going, but his march, as well as working with other well-known civil rights advocates in the fight for equality and justice for all. I think it's so important. We like to and want to highlight the accomplishments in his life and just his legacy of what he stood for in a time where equality was not given to everyone. And we seem to remove ourselves from that generation as if it was were long ago, but truly it wasn't. There are still lots of individuals who are alive who can tell you, I wasn't allowed to go to that building. I wasn't allowed to go to Irving High School at this time period. So knowing that he broke barriers and he was able to do so gracefully and with so much character, and honestly it takes so much power to stand for something and let all of the negative environment and everyone around you come back at you and just not hit anyone, not attack. I mean, that's strength right there. I don't know too many students and individuals and staff who could say, yeah, that person hit me and I didn't do anything about it. You know, so it's important to know about his legacy, to know that it remains to this day, and it's a day of service. It's a reminder that this was a servant leader, and we should all be following in his footsteps to this day. Every third Monday in January, we honor him, not only because his birthday was January 15th, but just to really rededicate ourselves to that movement, to be about service, to do things for our community, even within our own city.
That man is so inspiring. Anyways, that's all we have for today, Tigers.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at KRV Productions. Enjoy your 3-day weekend, and we'll see you next week.